Hello guys, welcome back to this week's episode of TGIF. Thank God it's forever where Jesus does most definitely and ultimately come first. This here is Chaplain Andrew to teach you the unchangeable and infallible Word of God. Listen for this theme song and you'll know. It's me, hello guys. I am back with you again for this week's first episode of Outside the Classroom Wednesdays, where Pastor Barry will be speaking again to you and teaching you the Book of Ecclesiastes this time. So, with that being said, without further ado, how is everyone doing today? I should say this morning because here's why I say this morning. And this morning for me is different than this morning for you, for some people of the world. When you guys get up in the morning, it's like, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, my morning is at 5, is at like 3, 4, 5, or 6 in the afternoon. Only because I work at Taco Bell, like I've said before, and I don't get out till 1 o'clock. So by the time I walk home and talk to my mom while walking home, I get home about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And so when I get home that early, I stay up during the night because my wife and I, we like to sleep together. Instead of me sleeping during the night and she sleeps during the day, we like to sleep during the day together so we can at least, be with each other while we sleep and stuff like that. It's always good to sleep with your wife instead of sleeping separate shifts. It's always a good thing. Number one, it shows more love towards your wife. And number two, you can be the man and pray for things and protect her from unwanted dreams and awful dreams and scary dreams. Because sometimes ladies have those things. It's just one of those things ladies have, scary dreams. And sometimes us men do too. And that's why it's good for the wives to pray over their mans too before they go to bed. I pray for her a lot. More than I even pray for myself. Believe me. But with that being said, we like to sleep together instead of separate shifts. It works out that way better for us. So when I get home, I stay up the night, and then by the time she gets here, we go to bed, and then when I get up again, it's like 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon. So, good morning to everyone here at TGIF. For me, it's morning, because I just got up. I got me a hot cup of coffee. Unfortunately, with only one sweetener packet in there because that's all I had left. So with that being said, guys, how in the world are you all doing today? I'm still getting used to these sound effects. Don't get me wrong. They're great sound effects. I love them. I love them. I love them. But I'm still trying to get used to them because there are some areas where when other people do things, like when Pastor Barry did something the other day, I had a little bit of a struggle when we did the road trip through the scriptures and I honked the horn. Yeah, it was a little difficult because it's somebody else. I don't know what to expect with their jokes and with their being funny. So it's hard to do something when I don't know what to expect or how to. With me, I can say like. I can tell you a joke all day long and I can laugh at like, did you hear about the 2 antennas that got married? The ceremony was great, but the reception sucked. So see, as I said the reception sucked and I laughed and I put the laugh track on, it worked. But with Pastor Barry, I don't know when to expect him to tell a joke, so I can't really get ready for it and make it laugh right at his joke. So I don't do that. But when I did the sound effects for the road trip through the scriptures, which is a good show, listen to it. I didn't know exactly when he was going to say the words road trip again, but I ended up doing the best I could, but it sounded great. It was one of my favorite of all shows. Is my besides my Holes in Your Souls, because that's the best show I did. My second best would be the Outside the Classroom Wednesdays episode called A Road Trip Through the Scriptures. So, with that being said, everything's got a new theme, everything's got a new picture. One thing I want to ask you, the listeners, and I will go live, not live yet on Portal Chat, but I will go to my statistics and I'll look things up. Let me check something real quick for you guys, because this is definitely for you guys. Jennifer, my boss. Hello, boss. I'm glad you are doing good. And she posted a new schedule. It says, posted a photo of the schedule. It's Wednesday, November 10th through Tuesday, November 16th. So let's click on details and let's check out the picture for y'all so we can see what's going on. So she posted it upside down. There we go. So I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10 is Monday. No, Wednesday, right? Yes. Wednesday's 10. 7 is Thursday. Friday is off. 10 is Saturday, just like normal. Off is Sunday. And then Monday is 10. Yep, so 10 o'clock on Monday. So, yep, we got the schedule the way I wanted it. Because it allows me... Oh, I gotta go backwards. It allows me to still do with you guys, because, I like doing with you guys. I like going on the show, and I like doing what I do each and every day with you guys. It is truly, and I will be honest with you, truly amazing. Because I never expected... Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Hold on just for a second, guys. Okay, I had to read a message from a post that someone posted. One of my good friends, Stacy Robinson Hook. Hello, Stacy. This is a shout out to you. I've been friends with that lady for almost 19 years. Oops, sorry, guys. That was my, I'm getting rid of all my stuff. Sorry about that. But yeah, I've been friends with her for almost 19 years, and it's a long time to be friends with somebody. So, back what I was trying to do, I'm going to go into my statistics so we can see what we got going on for this week. Statistics, detailed stats. So far, for the selected month, it always selects 30 days to begin with. So for the last 30 days, we had a total of 407 people that we here at TGIF witnessed to. In the current, the current month is 36, but let's see, the last 30 days, which was 407. Current week, 46 people, praise God. We got 13, 12, 11, 10. 13, 12, 11, and 10. How fun is that? Well, 10 plus 2 live plays, which is 12. So we got 13, 12, 11, and 10, or 12. So we're not doing too bad. We're in about, let me see one more thing before we get to the actual show, because I like talking with you and sharing with you guys what's going on with the podcast. And at first, when I started this over like 8 years ago, if you really think about it, I've been doing this for, well, I haven't been doing it for 8 years. I've been doing it for 7 years. Well, 6.5 years actually, if you think about it. Because, and I told this to my wife, And I told this to my mom because my mom and I were talking about how long I've been doing this. And hold on, let me get into... I need the current week. 46.2. And we are in 4 countries. India, United States, Canada, and Australia still. So we're going to get somewhere this week. So I told my mom this, and I said, well, and I even talked to my wife. By the way, I'm going live on Portal Chat, guys, so you can tune in and talk with us during the message, and you can ask any questions you would like to. So I told this to my mom. I've been doing this for about 6.5 years, close to 7, and I really have. Even though I only count 6 of these years as the show beginning. So the birthday was 6 years ago that this show has started. The reason why I say 6.5 technically is because there was a time and point where I lived in Michigan over what's it called again? Over in a part of Michigan. I'm trying to remember what the name of the place is now. It was not St. Clair Shores, but it was East Point. Yeah, that's what it was. East Point, Michigan. And in East Point, Michigan, I lived in a little basement downstairs. With the basement downstairs, it was a furnished basement. It had a bed, had all the luxuries of home. It had everything but the kitchen, sink, and the kitchen stove, and the kitchen itself. It had a bathroom, had a shower. Sorry, I'm dropping things. It had a little storage room we can put things in. It had a washer and dryer area. So it had a little bit of everything. The bedroom, the TV stand. It had everything you could want besides the kitchen sink, and the kitchen stove, and the kitchen itself. Sorry about that, my coffee's in the way. But when I lived down there, I started TGIF, Thank God It's Forever. And I told you how me and my buddy decided to call it Thank God It's Forever. Because I walked into the bathroom and I said, we should start a radio show together. He said, yeah, we should. And I said, we can call it. And I walked into the bathroom, walked out. I got it, TGIF, Thank God It's Forever. Because that's a great name. So you know that part. But when I was in the basement down there in East Point, off of, it was almost 10 miles. Not exactly 10 mile though. It was like Topher or something. Close to 10 mile. Real close to 10 mile. And I lived there and I started TGIF, Thank God It's Forever, but I was so inexperienced. I was so, not knowing what I'm doing. And I got the original equipment, well, some of the original equipment from there. I got the line mixer from there. I don't have the microphones no more because that was 6 years ago. 7, 8 actually. I'll tell you more in a minute why 8. But 8 anyways, and they lasted a long time. But when I started it, I was so inexperienced. I didn't know what I was doing. And so one day, out of the blue, I decided, well, first off, when I first started, I wanted to know about podcasting because my buddy Tom told me about podcasting. And so I went and looked up something about podcasting and found an app to do it. And I said to me and my wife one day, I said, hon, I'm going to be a big podcaster one day. One day I'll make it somewhere. Little did I know that statement was going to be absolutely true because I'm big. Don't get me wrong, I'm not huge. I'm not, in a billion countries like some podcasters are, but I'm big. I may not have 6,000 listeners per month, like some of these other people, like my podcast host, Michael Savage. Go to michaelsavage.com and listen to his recent episode of the Savage Nation podcast. And so I knew it was going to be big, but I didn't know it was going to be this big. I'm big already, guys, but not big as some of the people are, but I'm pretty big. And I didn't know it was going to be this big. I just knew that I was going to be big. So I started it. It was working out great. I was doing one every Thursday night. It was the Thursday show.